Hello, this is one of my first personal projects for an Arduino, at least one of one of the first finished ones, I'd say. Um, so this is a TV remote, right? It looks sort of complicated for I don't know. It's just a bunch of wires everywhere, but it's not that complicated. It really is just a IR remote, or no, not IR. What am I talking about? A IR emitter and some buttons, and then just times that by 10, and that's really it. So with this IR emitter, I just have it down over here. You just place it into one of the pins. I have mine in pin 13, and then you have mine is a 100 ohm resistor. Just have that powered to the ground over there, and that's really it. That's all you need for this thing to work. And then you have the button right here. You have this to the ground, right, and then you have this to some random pin. I think this is at pin 3. And then you have I think this is just a regular 10,000 ohm resistor, and then put that to the power line. And then you just do that, and then times that by 10, and then it looks like this, right? And then, I mean, it works. I can probably put in like a video and whatnot of it working. Um, so I use the things from this room, or well, actually, I'll just show you the remote or the code real quick. Um, so I'm not really the best at coding. I've never taken any coding classes or whatnot. So I just got ChatGPT to write down the first two codes for the buttons, and then I just basically copy and pasted it from there, and whatnot. But basically, oh yeah, you gotta have this IR remote thing. You can just download it in the library. It's not that bad. But you basically just write down all this, right? And then I don't know what this is for. This is just something that ChatGPT put in. Don't really know what it means. I'll figure it out later. And then you have this setup right here. And then this stuff, right? And then this is where the magic happens. So right here, it's basically just this and this, right? I don't really think you need this right here. That's just something ChatGPT put in. I'm pretty sure I can just delete like all of that, really, and it'll still work. Not really necessary, I don't think. And then you have this delay. So really, you just copy and paste, boom, boom, or wait, no, just boom, 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 right? And I guess you can have this. I don't really know what this is for either. ChatGPT just put that in. The only thing you need to change really is the numbers right here and these numbers right here. And a good way to find out where those come in is making a IR receiver, which isn't too complicated. You just have one thing going to the ground, one thing going to the power, and one thing going to a pin, right? And then you just point like a remote to it, right? And then it'll tell you like a hex code or anything like that, to like whatever. You know what I mean? Like, okay, so like for example, I press the OK button right here. I press the OK, press the power, press the volumes, right? It'll tell me the hex code for that. I wrote it down on a Google Doc over here. This is where all the hex codes were. But since this is like a Samsung, it's kind of different, but this would still work. It'll just be written differently than this. It won't have these three things. I think you'll just put in IR sender, send, and then it won't be Samsung. It might be send something else, and then maybe like hex. Not really sure. I'm not big into programming. And then you just put that in there. But since this is a Samsung, it's different. So with the code for the IR receiver, this is what I got, right? ChatGPT just, I don't know, I'm pretty sure DeepSeek wrote this for me. And I mean, it's just this. It tells you the address, the command, and then, oh yeah, having this 0 over here is pretty important, because it makes it to where it doesn't repeat more than once. It just goes once, and then that's it, instead of going like 32 times or whatever. That's just so, when when you press one button and it sends the signal 32 times, it's telling the TV to turn off 32 times, you know. So I didn't really want that to happen. But I mean, I guess it would be useful if your IR emitter isn't like very strong or whatnot. But with a 100 ohm resistor, I think it'll be fine. But yeah, I mean, that's kind of it, really. I can put this back in the description. This too, really. Shouldn't be too hard. You can find if you're doing not like a Samsung remote, you can find other YouTube videos of just IR receivers and get the code from there. I'm sure they'll have it, or you can just ask ChatGPT, of course. That's what I mostly do. But yeah. Oh shit. But yeah, it all works. I can show you it working. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Oh, I got work in like an hour. Oh, fuck. Sorry. But yeah, I mean, it works. I can show you an example right now, actually. Hold on. I just got to plug this in real quick. I got to plug in the IR receiver, and then I'll show you down over here. You just plug in. This is pretty crucial, actually, too, so that, you know, you can walk around with it. You don't need a laptop to plug it into. Get a 9-volt battery, get an adapter, and then, you know, just plug it in like this. It's really scuffed. I like to bend mine, but sometimes the wires get out and it's not fun. I mean, it's not. I mean, just use long wires, really. And then hold on, I gotta place you guys over here. Get into this code right here. Holy shit! My bad. That's my timer to make sure I have work. I'm just gonna snooze it for now. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I can't really tell if you guys can see that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. All right. So then I point this at this. Hopefully nothing goes off here. Boom. You see that? Oh yeah. And then you press a different button. You press a different button. A different button. Right? Holy shit! Did something go off? No. Okay, I'm fine. Here, I'm gonna plug this out. Things. My mic was muted. That's crazy. That is crazy. Okay, sorry. Oh, how long was that muted for? Oh. This is really scuffed. I'm sorry about that. But I'm just putting this out here because I've never seen anyone make a makeshift IR remote. I mean, I've seen people buy some and then use the code for that to put it into things, but I've never seen anyone actually like make a IR remote and wire it and everything. I mean, at least I couldn't find anything. I didn't really search that much. I just really wanted to make a TV remote, really, for my TV, because the one I have it's really shit, and this honestly works better. But yeah, just putting this out here so other people can copy it and do whatever and make cooler shit. I don't know, it's whatever. Yeah, that's it. I don't know what else was not said because my mic was muted. But a 10-minute video, and whatever.